And I kept on saying to VG, man, you need to listen to these kids, man. You need to listen to Stino Train, man.
Yeah.
And VG kept on. He wasn't sold, to be quite honest with you. He wasn't sold. I was like, VG, man, you gotta listen to these kids. VG, you gotta listen to these kids.
Yeah.
And back to the phone, right? So I have this phone with me, right? And I'm chilling. I'm like, you know what?
You stole the context, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I can't do no small talk, no small talk. I'm not with the small talk. Can't be with the small talk.
Hello, hi, and welcome to 5 Unscripted. Ditso Toni Boipelo Mooketsi, and I am your radio bae. Now, today I'm very excited for the guest we have in the stew. He is a artist manager, events manager, as well as the director of Zali Communications, Ditso Toni Sekwenyane. Hello.
Hi. What's up?
How's it? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. Finally, we get to do this. I think this has been in the pipeline for a young minute now.
Yeah, but hey, shout out, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the call.
It's
Finally.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you. Okay, cool. So I want to get to know Toni better. I want to know what you do. And so we're going to unpack your entire journey, right? But I want us to go back in time a little bit.
Okay.
All of this for you as an artist manager and events manager started at home.
Yeah.
In your mama house.
Yeah, well, okay, wait.
So I want you to take us back to a time where all of it was literally a dream and you were crafting the idea and starting out.
Look, man, everything for me started out. Wait, I'm from Taung, by the way, nah?
Yes.
Let me just start it there. I'm from Taung,
Yes.
Northwest. So, like, everything for me started in my grandmother's house.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there were no TV back in the days. So, the only thing that we had was radio. So, I was the type of a person to just sit in front of the radio every Friday, listen to music and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I was so curious to know, like, what's happening, who's this, and how is this being done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I started being curious enough to kind of, like, ask my mom to buy me a tape
Yeah.
with a cassette. I don't think you remember Zambia when they were coming up.
Yep.
We were so excited. I think those were the first people that made me fall in love with the whole
Yeah.
music business.
So iconic.
Just kids singing, you know, because we're used to the adults and stuff. So we're just seeing kids being on radio and stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm interested in this thing. So I started just, my lady, man, you know what, get me a radio, a small young tape. And back in the days, I used to travel in and out of Taung, you know,
Yeah.
in and out of Taung. So every time I'd come to Joburg for holidays, I'd get exposed to cassettes, CDs, the vibe, Texas play.
Cassettes and CDs.
Yeah, and
You're exposing how old you are.
and I'd obviously now you're going downtown, there you see people dancing.
Yeah.
Texas playing Bumandoza, you know. But I think that's what made me fall in love with it, you know.
Yeah. So all of this stemmed from your love of music.
Yeah, I think I was motivated by that. But to be honest with you, Zambia got me into it.
Zambia.
Like Zambian sound. Yes.
Yes. Catch his flowers.
Yeah,
Catch
I
his
was
flowers.
just like, my God, this kid. I just want to be like this kid, you know.
So now you've established that, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
You take the plunge and move to, I think you moved to Bloem before you moved to Joburg?
No, I moved to Joburg first. Yeah, my
all right.
parents eventually made a move to say, you know what, we're moving into Joburg full time.
Okay.
So I got to Joburg, went to Highlands North Boys.
Nice. And this is a small town boy in the big city.
Yeah. For my first time, I had to learn to speak English for the first time because I'm from Taung, you know?
Yeah.
So my English wasn't that good. So I'm learning things for the first time. I'm exposed to things for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm exposed to, luckily, I had a very good friend when I got to grade 8. There was a guy called Jonathan, who was on Generation back in the days.
Was his character Jonathan?
Yeah, right in Gubeni. So
yes, we know Jonathan. We know, right?
So
Hey, right.
we started we're not chilling together as such, but I remember his parents used to drop him off at 7. So I used to get dropped off early.
Okay.
So it would only be the two of us, like around 7 a.m. in the morning. So that's when I started getting exposed to TV, to entertainment, just knowing how things work and all those kind of things. But still, I was a bit indecisive because you know how parents are. Parents are just like, hey, scale, I'm fine. You can finish school.
You have to go to school.
You have to finish school. But even during those days, I had somewhere, somehow, I'll still just tap into the music, you know. I'll still time to go to concerts. I'll still time to create our own parties. I'll still time. Just then they've been naughty. But I think coming to Joburg for me helped me a lot. It was an advantage for me to say, you know what, you have so many options, but at some point I even moved to soccer. Like I played professional soccer. Yeah.
Professional even.
Yeah, I played for Highlands North, for Silver Stars, sorry.
Nice.
Silver Stars that back in the days, but then the music thing, man, was
It's
just
still
it kept on knocking.
you.
It kept on knocking.
Yeah.
And what made it worse was just people that kept being introduced into my life were just DJs, people that used to throw parties. So somehow, somewhere, it's just, I felt
All
like God was
connected.
just like, hey, listen, this is you, this is you, this is you. So yeah, I think that's how I eventually just got hooked to it. But coming to Joburg really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at what point do you decide, okay, cool, I want to artist manage? That's actually my niche, and that's what I'm going to do.
Look, after high school, I had my parents didn't give me much options, right? After high school, my parents were like, listen, man, we resigning.
Okay.
We're going back home. You staying in Joburg. You decide what you want to do. You want to be a cop? you want to be a soldier? We got an uncle there and there and there and there. I was just like, you know what, man? I want to take a risk in this music business thing. But that meant them saying, hey, hands off.
Wow.
You know, we're leaving you in the big city alone. You figure everything out by yourself, you know? It was quite harsh. It was quite sad. But
Yeah.
for me, it was like, you know what, man?
Character development, actually.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
But it was quite sad. But I think the support structure that I had around me, it was people that were just full of energy, people that wanted to achieve, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a friend of mine who was D-Flow, David Mateba, I went to school with. He had DJ equipment. I had a guy called Donald, who was a journalist. Tweezy, you know Tweezy?
The producer.
Yeah, Tweezy also was hanging around a lot with Tweezy. He was making music, was in studio all the time, you know. There's a lot of, just everybody that was hanging around was just people who were into music.
Yeah.
But for me, I just knew that I couldn't be a rapper. I tried.
It was not your thing.
I made 2 songs, 3 songs. I was just like, you know what?
I need to hear those. Do you still have them?
I think so. I can look
Okay,
for them.
please.
I made 2 songs and I was just like, you know what? This is not for me, man.
Yeah.
But from there, I just started learning. Luckily, I had a friend, RT, back in the days. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about other stations here.
Preferably not. We're the only ones that matter.
His brother, right? His brother used to work for a certain youth station in Joburg.
Yeah.
I used to produce a certain show in Joburg.
Okay.
So he kind of like for some weird reason, he kind of believed in me, you know? Him and his entire family, they kind of believed in me and they kind of like held my hand and said, you know what, bro, let me just, this is where you go, this is how you're supposed to do things, and this is who you talk to. But I was still not making money, so that's where the harsh part was. And I'll still call home like, hey, my lady, man, the t-shirt, yeah, and I'm like, hey,
I told you.
to come back home. And I can't believe my dad wanted me to go drive taxis at home. I was like,
Hectic.
hey,
You're
man,
like, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I stuck to my guns, to be quite honest with you. Like, and I can remember there were just days where I would be in the bathroom locked up in there and crying because there was just a lot of people that just didn't understand what I wanted to achieve. It was a taboo to a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
It was what are you doing? You don't want school. You don't want to get a job. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. And I kept,
hustle.
you know, they just didn't understand. But now that I'm old, I kind of like get why they felt like that.
Yeah.
But for me at the time, going through it, it was really, really painful.
Yeah.
But I just stuck to it, you know, because I remember I used to walk to like Rosebank. You see how far Rosebank is? From Hillbrow to Rosebank to Santin to Alex, just to go submit music for other artists, just to go beg for interviews, you know. And during those times, I remember I would just even cry during the walks, you know.
Yeah.
But I was also praying hard, but it was one of those things that I felt like, you know what, man, like this is so God given. I couldn't, for some weird reason, I couldn't give up. As much as it was painful, I couldn't give up.
Yeah,
You know?
that's beautiful. And then at what moment does it pay off? What was that moment where you were like, exactly, this is why I stuck to my guns. This is why I do what I do. And I'm going to stay winning.
Well, it started paying off actually with Tweezy.
Okay.
But it was not financially.
Were you artist managing him?
So I finally got a group, right? In Hillbrow, there was a group called Ghetto Prophecy.
Okay.
So I signed them, not signed them as such, but we started working together. And then I started going around Bloemfontein, all these areas to get gigs for them. And we were getting on YFM, we were getting on VOW FM back in the days. were getting music videos on TV, you know. I could see the light. There was a bit of light in there, but Treasy got a call from AKA, and then just everything just went boom.
Yeah.
He had to leave us, you know.
Because, I mean, when Super Mega calls you.
We understood,
Yeah,
but
of
a part of
course.
us was hoping that, hey, man,
He'd take you with.
come back for us, you know.
Oh, okay.
But I also understood because, you know, now AKA doesn't want people hanging around that he doesn't know. But it was his breakthrough. It was his time, you know. And during that time, I just had a daughter, you know. So I had to make a really, really tough decision. So I started job hunting.
Okay.
I started job hunting. But I remember when I started job hunting, there was this guy called Romeo Lekoba. He's from Bloem, right? So I remember the way I used to hustle. You can't believe I hustled this guy for 5 years. Every day. I used to buy like 5 rand airtime every day just to send him an SMS. And my phone didn't have, it was a phone that didn't have buttons. So I had to press it with a matchstick.
What? That is crazy.
I swear to God. So for like 5 years, I'd buy airtime. I'd sell empty bottles. Like we'll drink on Sundays and whatever. And when people go to work, I'd go to the bottle store and just sell empty bottles, like beer bottles. Yeah. Get the 5 rand, buy airtime. It's like, Exe, please don't forget about me. Yeah. And I know I think it was on a Monday, out of irritation, he just called me. It's like, hey, dog, what do you want? I don't have a job for you. I don't have anything for you. Like, what do you want? Like, who do you know in Bloem? I'm like, my brother, I don't know anybody in Bloem. I don't have family in Bloem, but I'm so hungry right now. Even if you pay me $200, it's okay. I just need a new environment. I'm ready to learn, you know. And one thing with him, he was into production, he was into events, he was into the big stuff, Makufe and all those things. I just wanted to see myself in there, you know. I didn't care what I had to do. So he was like, you know what, man, do you have a bank account? I didn't even have a bank account at the time.
Hectic.
He was like, do you have a bank account? I was like, yeah. I was like, you know what, man, I'm going to send you money. E-wallet, whatever, go get it, FNB, whatever, take a taxi, come to Bloem.
Nice.
And I just woke up and told my brothers, you know what, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going to Bloem. They're like, hey, what's up, Mango Bloem? Who do you know in Bloem? I'm like, guys, you know what, man, I'm just tired of Joburg. I'm going to Bloem. And God knows when I left Joburg, my mentality was different, you know. Yeah. I didn't want anything to do with alcohol, friends. I just wanted to go focus on building my life and being there for my daughter, you know. So I remember when I left, I got into the bus, got to Bloem. They sent somebody to fetch me from the taxi rank. And I didn't even care where I was sleeping. Like, that's how weird that breakthrough was, you know?
Wow.
Got to his office. It was like, hey, bro. He just started showing me cables, sound stages and whatever. I was like, hey, man, see what you can do. I don't have a position for you. I was like, no, it's fine, man. As long as at least I get to wake up with food and everything, you know? Yeah. And then he took me to some place in the court there. And it was a 2-room, 5-family setup. I don't know, was his family or something like that. I don't know who the people were, but I think they were related to him. Yeah. And there, I remember I slept in the kitchen for like 5 days. What? And those people were like 5 people staying in one place. And people had to go to work up at 5. And I had to be at work around 8. So they would wake me up at 3:30 just to... So they could use the kitchen. But I slept in that kitchen for like 5 days, man. It was so... I didn't care. Yeah. As long as nobody saw me. I didn't...
Wow. Okay.
I didn't care much. But from there, man, I really became too focused in what I wanted to achieve. I didn't care what I had. Yeah. I didn't care who was looking at me. I didn't care what clothes I had on. Yeah. I just knew that, look, I'm in Bloem. In this environment, the stages, the sound here. This guy does this for a living. Yeah. He's making money out of it. Yeah. Just make sure he trusts you. You know, just be a new person. Come here with a new attitude. Yeah. And I gave him that, you know. And the moment I kept giving him that. I remember there was guys, you know, there's a positive thing about this whole vibe, right? Yeah. Where I was working, there was guys from Lesotho, from this other areas. Yeah. So you know those people that are coming to the area, like in the work environment, they just have this attitude that, we know a lot.
Yeah, we know everything.
We know everything. We can't. So my attitude was, boss, no mayini, throw it at me. Okay. You know, call me at 9 a.m., call me at 10 p.m.
I got you.
You know, and that was the nature of the industry we're in. And he was... For some reason, he needed somebody who can call at any time to get things done at any time. Yeah. And I became that person, you know. Nice. I can tell you one thing for sure. I got promoted to be a project manager within a year. Like entire year. For just out of dedication, discipline, and just doing the right things, you know.
Yeah.
And from there, I think he saw something special in me, man. He saw something very. I'll forever be grateful to that man.
Nice.
And during this period, right, he's doing events, right. So events were like. My role was to book entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So I get a chance to call the likes of Casper. I get the chance to call the likes of Cooley, TV presenters, radio DJs. You know, I'm the contact person.
Yeah.
You know, hey guys, this is Tony from this company. I'm looking for your services for this. Hey Tony, what's up? You know, artists care about being paid. Let me be honest with you. Whether who the check comes from, as long as Tony's our guy inside, Tony's our guy. You know, so and me and him became a force to be reckoned with in the Free State when it comes to events. He would go get clients, I would deliver the job.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking big events. I'm talking probably Makuve. I'm talking Sundowns. I'm talking all government events.
Nice.
He trusted me with his important clients, you know, and that kind of opened doors for me also, you know, to say, you know what, you can actually do this. This is who. I mean, at some point we were working with the premiers, the MECs, you know, your other Mafukates, like big dogs in the industry, you know. Yeah. So that kind of like opened a big network for me, you know, in terms of artists. You know? I kind of like became the guy to, hey, Tony, what's up? Win Bloom, man. KO here with the team, Win Bloom, we need 1, 2, 3, we need 1, 2, 3, you know. Yeah. And at some point I got to like, you know what, Tony, take advantage of this. These people know you, you know. Yeah. And that's when my passion for music kicked in again. Because remember I had left music in Joburg to go to Bloem to pursue a full-time job, you know. Yeah. But now it kicks in again. You know, it kicks in again. I'm like, man, now you know Casper, now you know KO, now you know.
Network is set.
It's heavy, you know. This, you know, Batukada from Lesedi FM on first name basis, you know, this, you book these people, you pay them all the time. Even if it's not your money, it's the company's money, but I mean, you're the one that initiates and negotiates, you know. You know all these people, but now what? Yeah. What about your passion for music? Yeah. What about what you really, really love, you know? Because now all these people you're exposed to. You know, and then I meet, I meet the Joe, man. I meet Still Lithuania during that process.
Yeah. For context, those are your current artists that you are managing.
Yeah. For now.
Hip hop duo. The baddest.
SA Hip Hop award winning duo.
Yes, exactly. SA Hip Hop award winning duo.
Yes.
Stino Lithuania. I mean, not 20.
Yeah. Check how you say it.
It must be said with swag. Lit 20.
Yeah.
Managed by you.
Yes.
That's amazing. So now you meet them.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go there.
So I'm at a club. I remember I'm at a club with AJ. There was a guy called AJ, Arthurson.
Yeah.
We there, we chiming. These guys, they come on stage, right? Energy up. They start rapping. The crowd is feeling them. Yeah. And I'm stunned and I'm just looking at them like, who the heck is this?
Yeah.
What the heck is this? And they just woke that thing within me like, damn, this is fresh, man. Yeah. This is fresh, you know? And I took it upon myself to manage them without even them knowing. Wow. You know, I started just looking for opportunity. I started calling Joburg. I started calling YFM. I started sending music. They didn't even know I was doing this, you know. But I wanted to come make a full presentation. Like I wanted to come to them ready. I didn't want to rock up and say, hey guys,
this could happen.
Because everybody at the time wanted to work with them, you know. Yeah. Everybody in Bloem, everybody in Joburg, everybody wanted to work with them. And they were so spoiled, to be honest with you. They didn't see the need for a manager, to be quite honest with you, because they were getting bookings, they were getting everything. So I had to come with something very, very unique and special. So I started just calling. I remember there was a lady called Pindi. I think she still manages Nadia. JR, I used to send music to JR. JR was like, bro, don't give up on these people, they're so fresh, man. Don't do it, don't give up. You know. So when I went to meet them for the first time, I remember I called Twain. I was like, yo Twain, what up, man? I was like, Doc, listen, let's talk, man. I wanna work with you guys. Like, Doc, first thing he said to me, like, Tony, come on, man. Then he dropped the phone on me. I was like, Doc, hey,
I'm for real, my guy.
Like he dropped the phone on me, man. I was like, but you know what? I know what I want.
Yeah.
I know what I want. I went again. I was like, Tony, Doc, you know what? I've been talking to this person. I don't have funds. I don't have money. All I have is connections. I believe that in Joburg, nobody can ever say no to you guys. You know, I believe in you guys so much. Look, I've been working already. This is the feedback that I got for you guys. I've got my car. I work at a certain place. At a certain place, they give me a cut petrol allowance.
Yeah.
You know, I got my salary. Let's go to Joburg, man. Let's go to Joburg. I've got a meeting set up for you guys. You don't have to believe me. Let's just go to Joburg. Let's get into I had to lie at work that day.
Wow.
I lied and said I have a client in Joburg. I'm sorry, guys.
I had
to do what I had to do. I lied to my boss and I said I have a client in Joburg. Took the boys, went to meet with Pindi. And you know what was the most craziest thing about that meeting was when we walked through the door, right? Pindi in her office, she had Peter Ronkin's picture, she had Nadia's picture, Major League, JR, wallpapers all over, you know? So just walking into the office, it felt like we're in the right space, you know?
Yeah.
The boys that got in, they sat there. And then first thing Pindi said was like, guys, you guys are so lucky to have Toni in your lives.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, what's this? You know, it's like, whatever you guys do, don't give up on this guy.
Yeah.
You know, because she knew, like,
I can gunning for them.
Listen, me, I can bother you, eh? I'm very patient. Me, I can bother you if I want something. Me, I can bother you. So she knew, like, listen, this guy has the right attitude and right hunger, right?
Yeah.
So we sit in there, right? And then she's telling us, I remember we had this song called Run back in the days. So we sit in there.
I love that song.
That song is fire.
It's too much.
So she's playing the music, and then her phone rang, right? And then I could see her phone from a distance, and I could see it's JR calling.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Jay. You know, she made it so casual. Like hey, Jay, I'm sitting with the boys, says Ditso Toni. I'm going to send you something from them and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me what you think. And Jay responded like, yo, man, this song is hot. Those guys are hot, man. I want to. Yeah. You know, us coming back from Joburg, we were playing Run all the way till Bloem.
Yeah.
And I remember, and we're not saying anything to each other. We just, the song kept playing and playing and playing. And I think from that day, we made a decision that, Toni, man, like, you just showed us another side of this thing. Yeah. Like, we just saw Bloem, right? We knew about Bloem. We knew about celebrities coming to Bloem and wanting to chill with us and just wanting to find out. But you actually just showed us that there's another thing that we can actually, there's another level to this thing, you know? And then from that day, we just started, you know what, we started working together and pushing each other, you know? And I remember when we started working together, because remember now I don't have the money.
Yeah.
They don't have the money. None of us has the money.
Ish.
But me, being the person that can bother people,
you're like, I'm going to get it, though.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Like, they know. My boys know, man. My boys know. That's why I think till this day, we mean so much to each other. It's not even just business anymore. But they know that, look, man, Toni's here, Stino's here, Toni's here. Toni does this, Stino does this, Toni does this, you know? But regardless how you look at it, we're always fighting for each other, you know? And I think with their talent, I was exactly what they needed at the time. Somebody who was also hungry, you know?
Yes.
But somebody who wasn't shy to say, hey, guys, I'm this. But I was also so confident in the music.
Yeah.
Like, I knew if I played it for you once, you're sold.
It's all it took.
Like, that's all it took. Like, and it's been like that forever, you know?
Nice.
And we had to fight to get on radio, man. We had to fight to get on the right platforms. People were rejecting us. People were just lying to us. We had to for distribution. We had to fight.
Yeah.
You know. But I remember. I hope I'm not talking alone. Eh? But I remember our biggest breakthrough, right? Yeah. Our biggest breakthrough came during COVID, man.
Like what an interesting time, though.
Yeah, but it was so. We were ready to quit each other, man. For some weird reason, we were ready to quit because I had quit my job now in Bloem.
Yeah.
Because remember the same guy that gave me an opportunity, I had to leave him and say, "Hey, boss,
I'm gonna do something else."
And he was so hurt.
Of course.
He was so hurt, and I was hurt. It was hard for me too because this guy literally told me everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, brother, man, I don't know how to do this.
But also, I mean, you know, in retrospect, it's just growth. It's also growth, and I don't think that he's at a place where is he still mad at you?
No. He's my best bomber. I don't want to say bomber, but he's my best buddy. But I had to now, when Ditso Toni getting serious, when the radio stations were opening up, when people were listening, I couldn't multitask anymore. Even though it was not paying me, but I had to make a call now to say, bro, like, now here's this thing that you've put petrol in. Yes. It's moving. Yeah. You got a job 9 to 8, 9 to 5. You have to wake up and do this job. Because now I was doing events, remember? In events, you work day and night. And I only have one car. and my car needs to be used the side.
Yep.
You know?
So both can't exist
You
at
know?
the same time.
So I remember when I had to quit my job, man, I was devastated. I wasn't okay, you know? But when the radios were started calling and I had to make a decision to say, guys, I'm quitting my job.
Yeah.
And I remember Tony were like, Tony, don't do it. What are you gonna eat? What are you gonna
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I was like,
Yeah.
guys, man, it's whatever. I believe in this so much. Let's just see
Nice.
where it goes. You know, let's see where it goes. So just when I quit, COVID hit. Bah. No job, no gigs,
Yo,
no income, nothing.
the worst. That must have been tough.
Man, I'm there. I don't know what to do now. I quit my job. No gigs. We can't do anything. I call Lance. You know Lance, right?
Yes,
Lance,
we all know Lance.
Yeah, I call Lance. I'm like, Lance, man, I've got a situation. I don't have a job anymore. I don't have anything anymore. Lance is like, come to Joburg. I'll get you an apartment, but it's not much. Come to Joburg. I come to Joburg. But,
Network.
you know?
The power of a network. I love that.
So I come to Joburg. Lance is like, I don't have a job for you. It's story of my life. Nobody has a position for me. Nobody ever has a position for me, you know?
Yeah.
So I get to Lance, get to Raf. There's Vusinova there. I remember it's Vusinova. Who was there? Nighty, I think, was still there. There's quite a few artists. 047 was still there. Still no position. I get there. But my boys are behind, man. I'm not okay, you know?
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm betraying them. At the same time, I'm like, Tony, man. got
You
a kid,
also have
bro.
to, yeah.
You have to survive, man, you know? But, you know, I'm never proud of the things that I'm going to say now, right? But again, I did what I had to do once again, you know?
Yeah.
So there's this phone at Getoraf, right? It goes around, right? It's literally a phone of all the... Everybody can use it. It has all the numbers.
Okay, cool.
It's Getoraf. It's the biggest record label in Africa.
Yeah.
So it has YFM contacts, Metro FM contacts, and all those contacts.
Why
So
did we tell you when?
Eh?
We told you about other stations over here.
Oh,
anyway.
sorry, pardon.
I'm
It had...
lying. It's okay.
But I just wanted to, you know, but it has all these stations from it has all these contacts from different stations, TV platforms, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember for a year before that, I was hitting up VG. VG was working at Universal, and I kept on saying to VG, man, you need to listen to these kids, man. You need to listen to Toni Sekwenyane, man.
Yeah.
And VG kept on. It wasn't sold, to be quite honest with you. It wasn't sold. I was like, VG, man, you gotta listen to these kids. VG, you gotta listen to these kids.
Yeah.
And back to the phone, right? So I have this phone with me, right? And I'm chilling. I'm like, you know what?
You stole the contacts, didn't you?
I did. You know? So
I knew it.
So but I didn't want stage. I didn't want other people's contacts, you know?
Okay.
I just wanted for the CEOs.
Okay.
Universal. I remember I stole Sony, Universal. I think I don't know who else it was, but it was record label mostly. What else? You know?
Yeah.
And I remember the guy didn't even know me. There's a guy called Sipho Dlamini. I think it's Sipho Dlamini from Universal.
Yes.
Look, I sent him a text and I said, sir, I know you don't know me.
Wow.
This is Tony.
To thee.
2, 3, 4, 5. I sent him video. I think it was like 20 videos of Toni Sekwenyane performances and clips and everything.
Wow.
And I sent them to him. Right? Like I used to do that a lot. Like I used to just send things to people without even, I didn't care whether they'll respond or not. So I send it out. 5 minutes, he says, A&R will get in touch with you. I'm like, alright, cool. 30 minutes, VG calls me. This is the same VG wasn't budging.
Yeah.
Like, Tony, what do you want? And then he's calling me with this artist, like, Tony, come on, dog, what do you want? I'm like, VG's like, yeah, man, I just got a call from Sipho. Now
From the higher ups.
You know,
it's
like,
the
it's
Sipho Dlamini.
It's like, Tony, what do you want, man? This is the only thing that we have for you guys. We offer you licensing. I was like, bro, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. Like, whatever you offering me, I want it, you know? So that was during COVID. So they gave us a licensing deal with Universal. Now I'm working with the big guns.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to Universal.
Yeah.
Because I used to have this thing of going to Universal, just walk around. So now I've got paperwork from Universal. I can go into Universal anytime. So I get into Universal with the VGs, we got Mshimane.
Oh, yes, another fire hit.
Yeah, we got Mshimane's original song.
Yeah.
We get that song. Universal approves. It's COVID. We released the song. The song blows up, but we can't perform. We can't make money out of it.
Yeah.
You know? That's the sad part about it. So the only thing we can do is watch it grow on social,
online,
on digital platforms. And we can't even monetize out of it. And I'm just sitting there, man. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, God damn it. I'm not making money. I don't have a job, but we're blowing up.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for you to blow up during a time where you can't even take advantage. What's the whole purpose? What's the whole point, you know? And I remember I'm sitting there at home and I'm just like, what can I do? And then I remember, I think it was a time, I think we went to level, I don't know what level was it, where we had to sleep at 2 or something. No, sleep at 10 or something. I don't know what level was that, I can't remember. And I remember I'm sitting at home, man. I'm like, I sent this song to Tsolo, KO's manager.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, what's up? I'm like, man, this song, I don't know.
You were hounding everyone for these.
I have contacts. I'm the contact guy. Hey, remember, I'm the contact guy.
Wow.
Whatever you need, call Tony.
Yeah.
So I sent this thing to Tsolo, right? I'm like, Tsolo, man, I don't know what to do with this song, man. I love this song. It's like, hey, man, KO feels the same way about the song.
Yeah.
Please open a verse for me. You know?
Wow.
Open a verse for me. Let's see what KO can do. I'm there in town there. I'm chilling there, walking around the yard there with the goats there.
Yeah.
Verse comes in.
Whew.
I still talk. I'm like, what? So I'm hearing KO's voice on the song. I'm like,
and how crazy was that moment?
this is KO, man. You know KO is.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm at
Been in
home.
the game,
I'm at home, and my mom is in the kitchen. I just ran to the car. I started playing, and still don't even know that yet. I'm in the car. KO, I'm bumping KO. Now I'm to break the news to the guy. I sent the guys the song.
I'm sure they lost their
Trust me. Everybody just went crazy.
Yo.
2 days down the line, I get a call from Tsolo. Tsolo is like, hey, yo, guess who else wants to jump on the song? I'm like, it's like cool. I'm like, God. Like, Coolie Chan. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? It's like, no, Coolie wants to jump on the song, you know? And 3 days, 4 days, 5 days passes. I think Coolie was a bit hectic.
Yeah.
Eventually, Coolie sends the verse. Call Universal. I'm like, hey, Mshimane 2.0. We gotta do so. We can't let the song die, guys. We can't let the song die. We do something about it. Call the guys. We sit down, come up with a plan. Now I've got Coolie. I've got thing on the song. I've got KO on the song. Then I remember, man, you know what? The twins are my boys.
Yeah.
Bandile.
That's Major League.
Major League DJs. Those are my boys. You know what? They don't have to do anything on the song. Major League didn't do anything on the song. Yeah. But you know what? I've got a relationship with those guys. Yeah. And I just get their tags in there. Call Bandile. Bandile, what's up? Like, you that voice of his. Show him, fana. Let's push. I don't know how to do the voice. But it's got that, you know, Major League boys, they have that voice. It's like, show him, fana. Let's do it. Because I'd known Major League through T. Lee, Casper's manager. Yes. Because it was one of the people that also, when we came up, it was, man, till this day. You know, T. Lee, man, I don't know what I'd ever do, or what we could have done without that guy, you know?
100%.
But while he was managing Casper, is one of the guys, like, on the side, just helping us, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, man, guys, let's do this. So they sent me a tag. So I had to put it there. Oh, God, it's Major League, you know? So I got all these big guns on one song.
Yeah.
My first big song ever as a manager, you know? It's a breakthrough for me. It's a breakthrough for the guys. Yeah. It's a breakthrough for the whole CT, for my career, you know? Yeah. It's very emotional times for all of us, you know? I can't wait for it to go out there, you know? Yeah. So the song comes together. Now it's time to shoot.
The music video.
Yeah, it's time to shoot the music video. I call Ellis. There's a guy of mine called Nev. Nev, shout out to you, man. You've always been there for me. I had to call
DOP.
Yeah. I call Nev. Nev is like, guys, I got you. I can invest some money into the video.
Okay.
Call Tilly. Tilly gave me money for that video. I won't lie to you. Tilly gave us, I think it was 15K or 20K.
Sure.
Yeah, Tilly gave us something for that video. Put the money together. Ellis gave us something. Came to Joburg. Now remember, I've got these people on the song. We're meeting them for the first time also. So it's not like they sent the song. We're not in studio when they were making the song. So I'm worried about their behavior, like superstar, like, how is KO gonna look like? How is KO sounding? What kind of a person is KO? Coolie also, same vibe. And KO is pulling through with the whole Sekanda team. I'm pulling there with my boys from Bloom. You know, The set is there. Nevis organized cars for us, and I'm shooting
That's
with
so lovely.
So I'm shooting with Offense also. So Offense is like
Yeah.
this big director. So
course.
everything is just a dream come true, you know. Like that whole set
Full
is just,
circle
you know,
moment. Yeah.
that whole set was just blessed, man.
Nice.
We get there, we shoot Mshimani, the remix. It goes out. We get our first number 1 in South Africa. I'm there crying.
Of course.
God.
Of course.
You know, I'm like,
engineering.
I'm
God,
there crying, man. I was really crying, you know.
That's beautiful.
It comes out, I'm just like, I've always wanted to work with Offense. God, I've always wanted to work with KO. God, I've always wanted to work with Cooley.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing my work on TV for the first time, you know. And I'm so emotional about it.
That's nice.
And then, boom, SA Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah, you win a whole award.
We get a nomination. Like, we get nominated. Like, it was so crazy. We get nominated. I remember when I got nominated, I got an email. This is after we got the number 1.
Yes.
We got nominated. And I remember now it's playing on all the radios. It's playing on iTunes. It's everywhere. And then I get a call from Universal. They're like, bro, we've just been nominated for the SA Hip Hop Award for the best remix. Like, is the SA... Remember now, this is coming from... I worked with Tweezy, right?
Yes.
And I saw Tweezy being nominated and winning. And
now you're here.
you know? No, I'm like, I'm coming with this attitude like, hi, we meet again, you know?
Oh.
But nobody's bragging to anybody. It's just like,
It's just like, man, what it
We-
do?
what's up? We here again, you know? So, but we on that moment, you know? We get nominated. We push to get voted.
Yeah.
And I remember I was working somewhere. I had an event, camping event somewhere, the department in the Free State, and we were doing like some camp.
Yeah.
And I was watching on the phone. And at some point, I stopped watching because I had to work.
Yeah.
So my phone rings, right? My phone rings. First thing I heard was Tino Train on the other side, and they screamed, "Oh, I'm like, what? And I ran to the bathroom and I started going on my phone like Tino Train, best remix.
And you won.
I actually fell down. I fell down.
Oh my goodness.
I was
On your knees.
Yeah, I fell down.
Oh.
And I cried again.
I love that moment because,
You know?
at the beginning of you telling the story, I had asked at what moment does it work out? And you've so beautifully painted the journey and also the moments in between that have kind of made who you are and also the guys
Yeah, man.
to the level where they at today. I want to know from you if I am someone who is trying to infiltrate the music space. You guys are from Bloem. Well, not you originally, but you know what I mean.
I'm from Tamasikwa, dog. Shout out to my people. Sorry, before you continue, shout out to my people in Tamasikwa. Shout out.
Period. Yeah. So, let's say your journey with the guys started in Bloem, right?
Yeah.
I'm at home. I'm from a small town. I have no idea what to do. What would you say step 1 is? Because it seems like through your journey, you've got obviously so much intel. So, what advice essentially would you give to that young person watching this right now?
I'm gonna speak from my experience, right?
Yeah.
I think it always helps. Look, guys, talent is very important. You know, it's nice to sell a product that's believable. You know, to sell it's for me to come to you and say, brother, listen to this. And then when I listen to it, it's not giving. You know.
Yeah.
But if I give you something for the first time and it catches me, it motivates me to go give it to somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. So first of all, make sure you got a good product. You know, make sure you got a good product that can open doors for you.
Yeah.
You know, and then apart from that, it's just knock, guys. Like, just keep knocking. I've been telling you how much I had to knock.
How you've been pestering the entire industry.
You know, there was a point where you used to for like a year, we used to drive in and out of Joburg for interviews. Like, we'll drive 6 a.m. out.
After the interview.
You know, just we didn't have accommodation, we didn't have anything. We used to the whole year we'd drive in and out, in and out, in and out, and we didn't even have money for petrol. So 2K is fine. We're not eating, toll gates, everything for the whole year. You know.
Wow.
What it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. There's interviews that we used to wait until 3 a.m. You know, like other stations that made us wait.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd come to Joburg for meetings and people don't pick up their phones. We drive back. We don't have accommodation, but we went through all those things. You know, so they just shows the consistency.
Yeah.
You know, just being consistent, believing in that. You know, just believing that this thing's gonna work, man. You if you don't believe in it, it's fine. Next person. If you don't believe it, it's fine. You know, I mean, eventually, even when you're at the house and somebody keeps knocking at your door, eventually, even if you open out of irritation, you will open and say, hey, what do you want, man? No, what do you want? But like I said, it takes you back to the good product. And I got this, man. Just before you get irritated, this is what I have. Please just, So for me, it's just consistency and just believing in what you're selling. Sell it like nobody else. Believe in it, broke or not.
Yeah.
Believe in it. I think you've also been through the same thing. Everybody that's sitting in this building today, where we are today, they have similar story to tell,
Yeah.
But second thing, basically, I could say, man, just involve God in it, man. Like, I think the story that I've told you today, it sounds so easy,
God engineering.
Yeah, it sounds so unbelievable. But one thing I would tell you about my guy God, man, is it's like somehow he had a script for me. It's like somehow he had this thing. Listen, this is for you.
Yeah,
it's like he installed it in my head to say, this is for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who says what. I don't care if you lose friends. I don't care if you lose family. I don't care who you have to lose or you have to whatever. But this is for you, And till this day, man, I'm that guy. I'm that guy that I try to help as many people as I can. I try to put. I'm not perfect,
Yeah, of course.
I try to put as many people on as I can. Sometimes it's fun, People will be like, "Hey, hot money, I got this," and I'm like, "I don't have the money," but But I try to help people. There's people that I've helped. I don't want to name people, There's people that I've worked with that I think they'll go on to do amazing things. But now I'm more focused on building my business, I'm more focused on being an empire now,
Yes.
Bringing other people in, creating employment for other people, just growing as a human being, becoming a family man, becoming a father, having a home and having an office also, having a ghetto rough, having a universal, having an office that I can actually feed people through my passion, So that's what I'm working. It's not easy. I'm working towards it.
Yeah.
Hopefully even you one day you can be part of the office,
Who knows?
You never know.
Who knows?
So I'm working on that right now.
I love
and
that.
Also what I'm
And that was actually going to be my next question, by the way. Like, how is 2024 looking? So you can carry on with that.
So that's what I'm trying to do, man. Like, I'm focused also on just, I've got a booking agency also, So if you guys are looking for artists, any kind of artist in South Africa, whether it might be African music, hip hop, gospel, whatever kind of genre you're looking for, just touch your boy, man. I can hook you up.
Yeah.
If you guys looking for an event coordinator, somebody that can relieve you the stress,
Yeah.
Events can be stressful.
Yeah.
You can just hand over the work and say, hey,
you run with that.
Deal with the nonsense. you know. I do that. I do PR also for I plug things on TV, on radio. If obviously the quality has to be proper,
Yes.
I've got my connects there. I do a bit of PR. And yeah, man, I do a bit of everything. Like,
that's nice.
You can call me tomorrow and say, Tony, I need branding. I'll just give it to you. You never know.
You got everything covered.
Yeah, like I said, Tony's the guy with the contacts, man. But I think that's my main strength as Tony, just being the guy with the contacts and just know who to go to, And of course, I always want to say, I thank God that I became that guy, that's able, through my contact, I was able to help through so many people, and also for the people that also believed in me, to say, hey, you might not have experience in this, but show us what you have. And I went there like boom, 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 and I knock. Like, one thing about me is I knock ish at the park. Like I haven't.
You only got one shot, and
so
you shoot it.
For those people also, man, there's people that actually just believed in me. There's people that have invested in me.
Nice.
There's people that were like holding my hand and say, bro, as much as you're not perfect, we believe in you. We believe in what you have. And yeah, man, that's been life for me. But
I love that.
2024. Yeah, we push. We push. I got one album under my belt.
Yes. You just wrapped up the SA Sports Awards, by the way.
Oh yeah. That was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
You see, me and Romeo. That's how me and Romeo became full circle again.
That's amazing.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody in my life is everybody that's believed in me from day one.
Yeah.
And till this day, it doesn't matter how much I disappoint them, or it doesn't matter how life works or takes us different ways. We always meet, we always grow together, Like I said, me and Romeo, we did back in Bloem. He gave me a chance.
Yeah.
We grew together. At some point, we separated for like 4 years. And again, for some shout out to God. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, he came back together again. It's like,
yeah, let's do this.
And I think it's just a matter of, he also knows, like, he can trust. You know, when you know, it's good to know that you work with people that you can trust. Like,
yeah.
with your eyes closed. Like, the job
Always.
gets done with your eyes closed, you
Yeah.
know? So I think we have that kind of relationship. And there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people that believed in me, and they still believe in me, you know? And I feel like, I don't know if I've ever let anybody down, but if I've ever let you down and you believe in me, I think for some reason I've made it up to you.
Yeah.
That's definitely for sure. If I've ever let you down, I think I know I've made it up to you. But one thing I want people to take from me and my life is that your dreams are very important, man.
Oh,
like if
so important.
Yeah, just don't. It doesn't matter what life throws at you. Yeah. You know, I always tell you how much I pray and how much I cry in my private space. But when I leave my room, I'm in best mode. Like, what's next? Let's go.
I love that.
What's next, you know?
Okay, cool. So we're going to wrap it up. Okay. And I want to firstly say thank you for coming through.
Pleasure.
And sharing your story. I think your journey is one that is very inspiring because... yes, it may have your typical small town boy goes to the big city kind of narrative, but I think how you navigated it is what makes yours so unique. And the kind of context and network you've built for yourself and for your artists is one that is very commendable. And before we just wrap it up, one mantra that you live by to close this up very nicely. A mantra. It doesn't have to be a sentence. You don't even have to explain it when you're done. I just want to know which one you live by.
Do it anyways.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Do it anyways. They do it, boys.
Yes!
They do it, boys. Yeah.
I love that. And I want you watching this to remember that. Just do it anyway. Just do it. Because, I mean, if you don't do it, who's going to do it?
Yeah, man.
Who's going to do it? So yeah, that's how we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming. I wish you all of the very best in this year.
Thank you so much.
We'll be on the lookout for Stino Litweni and their manager.
Yeah, and many more people, man. There's many more. There's a lot of people that I'm working with right now. There's this kids from Free State called the Rare Breeds.
Yeah.
Look out for them. The hip hop crew.
Love it.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people I'm also mentoring behind the scenes as businessmen, you know.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people that are on the come up. So just be on the lookout for a lot of people that I'm working with. But you said. I don't want to pre-announce anything.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
It's so good. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope that if you were watching this, especially if you're an artist, that you took a thing or two from it, especially how to navigate this game. But until next time, thank you so much for joining us. We out. Mwah.
Peace, my chance.